So till now you have learned about deforming force, then restoring force, okay, and then you have learned what is elastic material and plastic material. Okay, so if I talk about elastic material, that means that there is a tendency in every solid to conserve its shape, size or configuration. Okay, so that tendency or that property of a material is called elasticity. Okay, so in here the first topic of our unit 4 is elasticity. Fine. So elasticity, whenever we talk about elasticity, it will be basically about solids. Okay, but elasticity has other types also applicable for liquids and gases that I will discuss here in detail. Now another term that you need to learn, I think already you know about it, that is called strain. Okay, already all of you know about it. Okay, so you see, as I told you, that when you apply the deforming force F deform, and what happened, they changed, is it, the position has changed, so that means it has got deformed. Okay, whatever, there is a change in the initial configuration, so that change is nothing but strain. Okay, so how do you calculate it? Suppose there is a rubber wire like this. Okay, fine, so it is fixed on this side on a wall. Okay, and you are stretching it in this direction with a force F. Okay, so what will happen, initially the length is L, you increase its length and it has become thinner, and the increased length increased to this. Okay, so this is del L. So final length is nothing but, final length after deformation is del L. So if I ask you what is the strain produced, then what you will have to write, change by original. Fine, so change. So if you if I ask you about now, change can be in many ways. Okay, if you consider a wire, then we basically talk about a change in what, length. Okay, then there will be a change in the volume also. How? Because if it is a cylindrical pipe, what is the volume? Volume is pi r square into L. Okay, so if L is changing, volume is also changing, isn't it? So there may be different kinds of changes. That is, so if it is the change in length, then it is called longitudinal strain. Okay, so that is nothing but del L by L. We will write like this always, and remember that during the course all of us will represent the same notations. Okay, you are not going to write something else. Okay, we will write like this, or sometimes we can write it like this also. Okay, del L can also be written as small l by capital. Don't worry about it. Similarly, if you have volumetric strain, this is similarly, what is that? Change by original. So change in volume divided by original volume. All of you know about it, I hope. So this is del V. Okay, del V by V. You can write it as small v by capital V. So remember, there is a change. If I write small v means this one, not like this. This is not small v. Okay, be careful. If you write like this, it will be totally zero. Okay, small v capital V doesn't mean that v in small or big size, remember. So if you write like this, be careful. If you write like this, it will be v by v equal to 1, so that is totally wrong. You will get 0 for this. Always write small v like this. Okay, give a curl. Okay, so this is the volumetric strain. Fine. Next, about shear strain. Okay, another kind of strain is there, that is shear strain. Okay, suppose that you have a box like this. Fine, I know all of you have studied it already, but I'm just, these are just revision of all the things that you have already done. Fine, so suppose that I have applied a force like this. Okay, in this direction. Fine, so before that I would like to tell you that forces can be, deforming forces can be of two types. Okay, all of you know about it, I know. Deforming forces can be of two types. One is called normal another is called tangential, is it? So deforming force, normal force or tangential force. Similarly, so here what is happening, we are applying the force tangentially. Okay, so when we apply the force tangentially, what will happen, and keep the lower face fixed, okay, then what will happen, it will shift like this. So it will go like this, isn't it? So you can mind one thing, that here there's no change in size, it is basically the change in the shape. Okay, it is basically changing the shape, there is no change in the size here, we are just changing the shape. Okay, so that means it see, it is no longer a cube now. Earlier it was a cube, now it is no longer a cube. So so that particular strain is represented by shear strain. Fine. So here if I consider this change, okay, how far it has traveled, say del x, okay, and this length to be capital L, then shear strain is basically denoted by theta. Okay, so this angle is called theta. Can you understand? This is nothing but shear strain. Now if you consider this triangle, if I consider this to be A, B, C, so this is the right angle, isn't it? So tell me this, if I consider the triangle A, B, C, tan theta is nothing but what? Perpendicular by base. What is it? Perpendicular. This is a base, is it? And this is a perpendicular. Perpendicular means del x, and this is a base. Okay, so since you see, these are basically, we are talking about solids. Okay, and it is basically like wood, it is basically like steel, iron. So in practical cases, this angle is not that much. Suppose that you have a steel cube, do you think that you can stretch it that much, you can strain it that much? No, the strain will be so less that the angle is supposed to be very, very small. You can't even see it with naked eyes. Okay, you will have to take microscope, traveling microscope type of thing, then only you can calculate this. And this will be like 1 degree or 0.5 degrees, so less. Okay, so if theta is less, you know that if theta is small, then what happens? Tan theta is approximately equal to theta, because sine theta is approximately theta and cos theta is approximately what? 1. Tan theta means sine theta by cos theta means theta by 1. So if theta is very small, so tan theta can be written as theta, so it is equal to del x by L. So this is the formula for shear strain. So remember, so longitudinal strain and volumetric strain is basically about change in the size. Okay, but shear strain is basically about the change in the what? Shape. Okay, that is why it is represented by theta. Okay, so theta is nothing but del x by x. So here you see, we have discussed first deforming force, restoring force, elastic material, plastic material, then elasticity. Then we have studied about strain, 3 types of strain, and also we have studied that deforming force is of 2 types, for normal force and tangential force. Okay, and in these 2 cases, normal force acts. Okay, see, if you want to change the length of the wire, you cannot stretch it like this, isn't it? You will have to stretch it like this, means the force is perpendicular to this surface, so this is called normal force. Fine. So similarly here, the force is acting on the surface, so tangentially, so this is called tangential force. So in these 2 cases, it is basically normal stress, but in this case it is basically the tangential stress or tangential force. So that's all for the introductory class. I will upload more videos one by one. I don't want to be in a hurry to complete all the course in a go. So I will upload slowly one by one and cover the topics. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask questions, and you can drop message in my personal WhatsApp or in Google Classroom comments. Thank you so much.